Welcome back. In the past, I have done tandem free lunging with the black and the gray, and the gray and the sorrel, or chestnut, whatever you want to call her, the little brown one. And it wasn't terribly hard. And I saw somebody else doing it in a round pen. They made a comment that makes a lot of sense. It's pretty simple. And it was kind of my theory when I first started playing around doing this. He said if they each know it individually, well, then they should be able to do it together. Now, I've done it with 2 at a time, different combinations. So I thought today, we're going to try it for 3, see what happens. And we're not in a round pen, we're in an arena. So it's a little bit more of a challenge, try and keep them all organized together and go in the right direction and the whole 9 yards. But, all 3 of them free lunge quite well on their own. Change direction, stop, everything they're supposed to do. They do it quite well on their own. So theory has it, if they can do it individually, they should be able to do it all together. Let's see what happens. There we go. That's what we're talking about. They can do all 3 at the same time. I can't point, I got a camera in my hand. But they're not stupid. They know exactly what I want. Because individually, all 3 of these horses have been trained. So, 3 together, not a problem. Well, it wasn't the cleanest stop I've ever had, but hey, not bad. They figured it out. Well, I have to admit, even I was surprised how easy it was to free lunge 3 horses at one time and get direction changes and stops and everything, because they all know what they're doing. So doing it together, all off the same cue, actually wasn't that much of a problem. I was actually surprised. It was by the way, that was the first time I've ever done that. I've never done it before. That was the absolute first time ever. You got to see it, and it was just an example of, I guess that'd be another example of don't be so amazed by Liberty acts that use, especially when you see a lot of these ones that use multiple horses. Sometimes quite a few. I was always quite in awe of that until I started doing stuff like this and realizing how easy that actually is too, because it's not that hard to actually get multiple horses to all do the same thing if they're all individually trained well. And this goes right back to something I said before when I was talking about how Liberty work is just an extension of good groundwork. And what you just saw was an extension of good groundwork with 3 horses at once. It was no big deal. None of them were doing anything spectacularly extraordinary, nothing really out of the ordinary. They were all trained to do that the same way, and it was just a matter of asking them all to do it at the same time. That's all it was. It was really that simple. So just another example, I guess, of individual training put together gets good stuff. And you'll also notice how far back all 3 of these horses right now are standing too. And they've all been trained the same way for that. They've all been taught to stand back. And that's exactly what they're doing. I don't have to tell them to stand back. They're all standing exactly where they're supposed to be. So, Liberty work, groundwork, really not much difference. Have a good day.